What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a long-promised guide build that I'll talk about today. Gonna talk about every single thing. If I miss anything, I will pin it in the comment section down below. So let's get straight to the point. I'm gonna start with the stat points. Let me eat food so you will see my fully optimized attributes. So I'll get a couple new upgrades, and I'm always going for 200 constitution, and then I'm going for 50 dex. After that, I put all points in strength, but because of the various items I got, they are not fully strength attributes only, as many of them have dexterity, on true god rolls especially. So I'll get to that, but this build is mainly using Hatchet. I use Great Dex only for the CC and catching ranged builds with, right? So if you're from 200 or 150 strength, if you put points in dex, it will give you more damage to Hatchet. But of course, that's only if you're not going for the perks. I'm gonna try to get 300 strength once they fix the 250 strength bug in next patch. In the November patch, that is. So this will be the attribute points. I will always go for 5% crit because of the Hatchet. It pairs up well with the Weapon Mastery that I'll go over right now, with this Weapon Mastery right here. 5% crit chance. If you can get crit chance on your weapon and rank on top of that, you'll have a lot of crit chance as well. So for this build, as you probably seen in my last video that I will pin or have a link for it as well in the video, in this video right here. So again, we're going for fully upgraded Berserk, right? In Berserker 3. Because this is the most important skill for Hatchet and overall for the build. Without this skill, Hatchet is nothing, sadly. But anyways, did go with Feral Rush for the root in here, because root right now, or always have been the best CC in the game, way better than stun. Stun right now acts as sleep. It breaks upon one hit. Root does not break. So you can always catch somebody in the back as well, meaning you will get more damage as well on the target. Backstab. I then went with these passives as well, so this is kind of an execute passive. You do more damage when the target is below 30% HP. Then I went with heavy empower. This one accounts for 4 attacks for 3-second duration. Unlike light attack 1, this one is really bad because it only applies to 1 attack and then just disappears. So heavy one is even easier to trigger as well. I'll show you how. What is the best combo for Hatchet when it comes to melee attacks? I did go with against all odds. This used to be bugged where it increased their damage up to 300%, but that was a bug. It has been already fixed. So this one works very well in the wars as well, if you are as a flanker especially, and in the backlines. Fortifying strikes, I did go with for this one as well. In wars, it's very unlikely you will get this off too often. But you will find yourself in situations 1v1 or just single target where you can get this up pretty often, you know, being sustained. Defy Death classic. This can save you so many times. This is the clutch passive. So this was the Berserker 3. You can also go for Raging Tyrant. In next patch, it will hit, which is on PTR right now. They fixed Raging Tyrant where it should hit the targets more sustainably. Right now, you're kind of locked on one spot if you use Raging Tyrant, which makes you miss a lot of the attacks from Raging Tyrant. So you could go for this, but the root just provides more kill windows for your group as well. And again, this is my main role in the war is being a flanker or bruiser, whichever you like. So having a root there on single target is really good. Then we go to throwing side, which is a super important synergy for Hatchet. Starting off with the passives right here, we are interested only into the crit chance for all attacks. This does not apply for Great Axe, by the way, only for your Hatchet, the active weapon. Rejuvenating crits, stamina on crit. That's why I stack crit a lot, so I get stamina on hit a lot. It does not apply to heavy attacks, only light attacks, but we have 2 light attack chain that we have in our melee attack chain. Refreshing throws, this is not that good right now, but next patch, but that is again on PTR, They are gonna reduce the cooldown for running throw to 8 seconds. Right now it's 15, I believe. I got refreshing perks, so I have 13.8. But having running throw 8-second cooldown, that means you will have rend debuff 10% right there on the target 24/7 if you can hit it, if you can hit the running throw on target. So you will deal almost always, you know, increased damage, and it pairs up well with this passive right here, reducing cooldowns by 5%. You can reduce cooldowns by 5% every 8 seconds, even less if you have refreshing perks like me. Exploitation is the icing on the cake right here. Dealing more damage, 15% to targets with an active debuff, and an active debuff in this scenario on this build is exactly running throw. So this is 10% reduced target's damage absorption, so you will deal more damage to the target by 10%. On top of 15% here, that's 25%. On top of Berserk, another 20, that's 45%. And in power, 75% increased damage right here. And then Boot and Rally, again, and another passive that involves debuff, which is again running throw. So you will have 20 stamina on gain on hit from this passive 10, and from this one 10 again. And I'm running a medium build. With medium, you can roll watch 3 times. Even more if you have Hardy perk on Ring and Nimble stamina regen on E-Ring. I will go over that in a second. So this was the 3 for Hatchet. Can't wait for next patch. We are gonna go over the Great Axe right now. In this build, I'm not running Reap like most builds. This is mostly the build for War and Mass PvP. So you will definitely want to charge, that's the usual. I go with the upgraded as well. This deals a lot of damage if you can time it well. Sometimes it's kind of hard to time, but with practice and playing, you'll get down to it. Then I picked all passives here because you need 10 points for Bloodlust right here. Don't mind this description. 1.3 meters, that's just a visual. It's not 0.3. I believe it's 13 meters. It used to be 15, I think. And then Maelstrom, I will show you in a second when I go over my gear why this is very important as well. It deals a lot of damage, extends, and double spin here as well, double damage in one. And also this passive right here is a sleeper upgraded passive for Maelstrom. If you know how to time Maelstrom, you will do good, especially against, you know, 1v1s against mages, Ice Gauntlet users. It's gonna help you a lot when you are stuck in Ice Shower. You can actually use Maelstrom. And if you're stuck in Ice Shower, waiting for the target, for the enemy to miss his hit, or waiting for the debuff to go off, you can heavy attack, so you have 20% damage reduction. This is also very good passive when you're stuck in, you know, routes or in situations where you cannot do anything, or if you run out of stamina, you can also use this passive right here for damage reduction on you while waiting for that stamina bar to fill up. That's a little trick for you guys. I then went with Gravity. This perk does not work with Reap. This perk is actually makes Reap bugged, where it doesn't do any damage, but since I'm not running Reap, I'm running Gravity. From next patch, this Gravity, what it will do is all pulls are gonna root the target for 0.25 second. So then the Reap and this upgrade where you hit the double, you know, where you hit 2 hits in one Reap pretty much. It's gonna be very useful, and again for Maelstrom as well, that's a pull ability. So you will root the target 2 times as well in a row. And same goes for Gravity well. This is a pull ability, so it should root as well. And I went with this passive as well. For the burst, it goes hand in hand, really good in the Wars or Mass PvP again. But you could move this passive to either here, for having more defense pretty much, once you have more people around you, or you could go here, where you have more damage. So this was the 3 for Great Axe. Now I will go over the build, the gear, I mean, okay? So as you can see, I'm a 589 gear score right here. I use 1 weight band heavy piece right here. Typical, you guys know what's up. This one I got in a dungeon, God roll. Too bad it's not legendary, but don't worry. Soon. Strength Cone, Gravity Well, very good perk. You really need this on any Great Axe build. It does a lot. Resilient, possible if you can, on each piece. This one I got off from the trading post for like 5,000, I believe. Keen Berserk, very clutch weapon trade. sometimes can be, while you are below 50% HP. More crits, again, goes hand in hand with the passives for stamina on gain. This one I got in a dungeon, was my first job from a boss in Genesis. Insane. So this is the perk I was talking about when picking Maelstrom. It reduces target's damage by 14% for 4 seconds. This is super useful sleeper perk weapon in wars and mass PvP. This can do a lot, especially when you are on enemy's flanker team or at the cap, at the control point, right? And then I crafted these boots by my friend, King Berserk again. Dexcon. I will probably want to switch these eventually. Well, if I can find a piece with Resilient on it and Refreshing. Possibly with pure Con or Strength, so I can put more points in Strength. Because eventually I would only want to have 50 Dex and the rest in Strength, because that will be the most damage. Even for Hatchet. Then I got a new necklace today. The reason why I want health is obviously, you know, you have the highest health. And Berserk heal is percentage-wise, so the more HP you have, the better. And Divine here also works on Berserk, potions, and food as well. So that's why this combination is just the best for this build. And probably overall for any build, even Divine, since it works on potions as well. Sadly, it rolled dexterity as well. We crafted 80 jewelry today in our company. We own Everfall and Winsword, so we can afford it. But we crafted 40 amulets, 40 rings, a couple god rolls I saw there, but this one came closest to one I like the most. Then I got a crafted ring, best in slot, hardy, that's the perk I was talking about, maximum stamina. So I have 110 stamina right here. In medium weight load, you can roll dodge a lot. A roll dodge in this game is the best mechanic how to avoid damage. So the more you roll dodge, the more you avoid damage, the more you can sustain, survive, do more damage, kill targets, you know how it goes. Dex Con would be better if it was strength and con, but it is what it is. Refreshing, very powerful trait if you can stack it on more sources as well. Like on my boots and on my earring as well. I tried to craft legendary earring today, didn't go that well though. So this is my weakest piece right now on my loadout. Refreshing nimble, that's what you want on earring. Another one, good one is also cooldown on potions, a very good one. So this is the arm jewelry, the weapons, right. This is crafted hatchet. I used Rogue craft mod because Rogue in this patch right now, what it does is it's basically crit damage. So it's better than Vicious. Rogue applies to any crits, even if you hit the target from the front. But from next patch, Rogue is getting fixed, so it will only work from the backstab, from the backside. And I don't like Rogue at all, because it just, when you move couple angles away from the target, you know, it just doesn't proc backstab, as you can see. But on screen, you obviously see that you are hitting the target's back, right? So Rogue from next patch is a no-go. Maybe for like rapier builds, if you're a flanker, it could probably work as well, but because of the angling, I don't really like that. I rolled Keen with it, very good, goes hand in hand. So eventually in next patch you would want to have Vicious Keen. But overall the best perks for melee weapons is Keenly Empowered. Sadly there is no craft mod for that. Enchanted. And then Vicious and Keen, the usual. Those could be the best as well. Like Great Axe is not the best right now. Again, Gravitable perk as well. I'm not sure if they stack when it comes to the heal or damage, but perks should not stack at all because that will be too powerful. But I will show another perk which is very good in wars, probably best in slot in wars and mass PvP as well. I have a nice little Great Axe ready for our next patch. Okay, gonna be hard to search for that Great Axe because all these icons are bugged right now. Terror Crash. Give me a second here, fellas. Give me a second here. Oh my god, it's rough. Oh, there it is. So, Mortal Lifesteal, anything with Mortal can trigger if your group actually kills the target. You don't even need to touch the target. All you have to do is just get that assist for the kill, and you will get these perks actually activated. So you can pretty much have 5% health every 5 seconds, which is really good. Same goes for Mortal Power, which is increased damage. more stamina, stuff like that. Life stealing is getting buffed next patch to like over 4%, I think. So if you can get lifesteal on Brink and Weapon, that should be pretty good on top of Mortal Lifesteal as well. I'm kind of waiting for next patch to try out this Critex, but that's just a little description on what other perks are good for Wars or Mass PvP. We have Wars a lot, very often, because we are the owners of Everfall and Winsburg. Our allies have Brightwood and Bone Scale Reach, so we do have Wars a lot. Consumables, I use Constitution and Strength Food, as this one is the cheapest on our server, pretty easy to make. Potions, classic HP, then Regen Potions. Honing Stone is what you want to use as well. Don't worry, it does not increase damage by 500%, alright? It's only like, in that next patch, should be 7% weapon damage, which is still pretty fucking good. And this is my luck gear. Woodbine Breastplate, pearls in all the pieces as well, jewelry. So this is what I run when we do chest runs. And now when it comes to combinations, or combos, I mean. So if you're starting out in a fight, you will probably start from afar. So you want to start with a charge right here from Critex. Right click, of course. I didn't time it here well. You want to then follow up with Gravity Well, apply the debuff from Maelstrom. I then switch to Hatchet, Berserk, Running Throw, Heavy Attack for damage increase, and then Feral Rush to possibly root them if they're running away. You can also animation cancel Berserk. I will show you once it comes off cooldown. But when it comes to light attacks and heavy attacks, what most people do, and it is absolutely, I'm not gonna say wrong, but it's not the way you're supposed to for maximum efficiency when it comes to attacking. So a lot of people just do 1, 2, 3, and then 4th for the 4th attack, thinking it's the highest damage. It's not. Some people do 1, 2, 3 straight into heavy attack. But in this case, you have to do a fully charged heavy attack, which will make you lose a lot of time kinda in the combat. Because if you don't hold it long enough, you will just do light attack, and that's just wrong. So the best way to approach this is just two light attacks into heavy. It links very well together. After the second light attack, you can do a semi-charged heavy attack. You don't have to do fully charged, so you're not losing as much time. So 1, 2, boom. Again, 1, 2, into semi-charged heavy attack. 1, 2, and again, boom. Not only you will get Empower from heavy attack more often than before, if you were to do 3 light attacks, 4 light attacks, but I know this passive states 3 light attacks, but as you could see, I used only 2 light attacks, 1 heavy. So this actually works on your 3rd attack, which is heavy attack as well. You check right here. You see? It triggered actually. 15% right here. So this is the best way to get highest damage, maximize damage when it comes to Hatchet light attacks. Love this, man, love this. Possibly in the back for increased damage. But pretty sure that's about it. If I will have any more updates or changes, I will definitely update a video. I will have the build in the builder pretty much on my stream as well. If you do !build, so you can check it out there. It's gonna be a New World base. And if you guys have some more questions or anything, you want any advice on that, you can join my Discord, which will be down below in the description. Or hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Again, you know what the deal is. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you very soon, and have a good one. All right, bye bye. Take it easy.